I'm sorry. Where I was going with this question, and I'm sorry, not very good with this. Is that good? All right. I live in Chihuahua, Mexico, and my mom, she runs a food bank for the Sierra Tarahumara, which is the indigenous people in Chihuahua. As soon as the U.S. and I'm for ecology, absolutely. That's one of my priorities. But as soon as it started managing all the situation with the fuel out of corn, the price of the corn went up. So the food banks weren't able to afford one of the basic food groups for our indigenous people, raising the situation with the hunger. So I just wanted to leave that out there.
It's kind of like winter fruits and vegetables replacing rice fields and wheat fields in global south. I mean,
Thank you.
And if I can jump in, I think it's really important to link, and when we think about security and human security, and then you bring in directly food and food security, and you brought in the movement of goods and the movement of people, and indeed it was just as the North American Free Trade Agreement was finally negotiated that the increasing security measures and enforcement measures were taken against migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border, and then also further south at the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. So not accidental, and then also having these difficulties of people producing corn. So linking food security, seeing security in many different ways.
Sir, could you comment about huge corporations? Could you comment about huge corporations like Monsanto?
If you can ask that question, you know what the answer is. Monsanto has about 90% of genetically engineered seeds, so it's a monopoly on seeds. And I mean, again, seeds would be a wonderful way of looking at the world. They produce seeds now that they call suicide seeds or terminator seeds. That is, you plant them one time, but you can't segregate any seeds for the next planted because they're sterile. So you have to go back to Monsanto every time. Now that's wonderful for the profit margin of Monsanto, but it's terrible for poor people. I mean, we really have to take hold of these huge corporations and make them serve other ends than just maximizing profits every quarter for their shareholders. There are huge stakeholders out there. And those are poor people, those are people in the, who are suffering under this kind of manipulation of the whole global food system to produce not food for hungry people, but profits for hungry corporations. That has to be changed.
That's a good place to stop, I think. I'm not sure the last one would be a chairperson every day because I didn't go on. I'm just be happy to listen to all of you speak for hours and hours, but in the interest of everyone being well fed for the next panel, we should probably stop. But thank you